Bro, back when I first started university, I was such a naive boy that I think I was gonna believe anything someone would tell me. So this one time, I was just waiting for my dad to come pick me up from the bus station. Look, I was young, right? So like obviously I was gonna get picked up by my dad, first year uni. I was waiting and then the bus station is connected to a mall. This girl comes up to me and then, bro, this girl looked like a drug addict, right? She comes up to me and she was just like, look, I parked my car like far away from here and like it basically got locked and I don't have my wallet and I don't have basically anything on me. The only thing I have is I just have this check in my hand and I'm trying to get this money out because I need to go do something. In my head, I was like, oh yeah, okay, I like helping people, I'll help her. And by the way, bro, like she was so skinny, she just looked like a drug addict, man. So in my head, I was like, okay, so like what do we have to do? I asked her, I was like, what do we have to do? She was just like, she explained to me the process. She was like, okay, look, we go to the bank. I have to deposit this check into your bank and then you basically give me the money and that's basically like all you have to do. So in my head, I'm like, okay, that's so easy. Like the bank is just right there. All I have to do is just go and walk and then go and do it. So then I'm just like, okay, sure, like we can go and do it. And I'm pretty sure like in that moment in her head, she was so happy. So we were walking and she was just talking to me. She was trying to be nice. She was like, wait, so what's your name? I was like, oh, my name is Muhammad. She was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And so I was like, well, I'm in biomedical science. Like I would love to go and become a doctor. And so she was like, well, you know what? When you do become a doctor, I know that you're going to be helping a lot of people. Like in the future, I know you'll be helping a bunch of people. And so I'm like, okay, that's pretty cute. It's funny because I think I am helping some people right now, alhamdulillah. But like, anyway, so I kept walking with her, and then we reached the bank. I put it. The red flag, by the way, is that when we entered the bank, she didn't want to come inside with me. I'm like, okay, that's odd. She was just like, I'll stay there. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. So anyway, I put $700 in the bank, and at the time for me, my bank was like at least like $20 in it. Like I didn't have any money on me. So I put it, and then I take the money out. I go and give it to her, and she was so grateful. She was like, thank you so much. Like I appreciate it so much. I'm sure that you're going to be helping a bunch of people in the future and all that stuff. And then she just left, and I was like, okay, like I'm gonna go. Now, a few days after, I go and check a few days after actually, I go and I was trying to like pay for something and it doesn't pay. Like my card declines. I'm like, wait, that's so weird. I thought I had like some money at least in the bank. So I go and check the bank and it says minus 700. Habibi, that moment, my heart, I don't even know, bro. I got so destroyed because in my head I'm like, okay, I don't want to go to my dad and tell him, Baba, I got scammed by women. I got robbed by women. In my head I was like, that's so weak. I don't want to go and tell my dad that. And so, bro, I got so destroyed. I was so sad. That whole year, bro, I was so sad. But you know what? Like that was actually the year where I started getting into online business, and it actually hit my head because I'm like, look, I don't want to go and get a job because if I get a job, it's going to take like so many days to get back the $700. So it's going to take way too long. So I don't want to go and do that. In my head, like that's how it was because every job was like a minimum wage job. And it's funny because I think I just quit my very first job that I got, which was like an amusement park. And so in my head, I was like, I need to make money fast. So I did get scammed. I did get robbed and all that stuff by a skinny drug addict woman. But like, if that thing didn't actually happen, I wouldn't have been able to make money, like make more money. So that is when I actually started like reading more about like the self and how your thoughts influence you, and basically like becoming better at my skills, like the skills that make you money, becoming better at persuasion, becoming better at talking, becoming better in like making websites and all that stuff. I'm just like, you know what, like screw this. Like I have freaking minus $700 in the bank. I have student loans that I don't even want to go and do it, but I still have to go and do it. And then it's like, I hated that year, bro. But like if it wasn't for that year, I don't think I would have been actually here right now in the freaking forest. So that's what I did. Like that was the incident, and then because of that incident, I made the intention to go and make money. Because in my head I was like, I need to now go and make money fast, because if I don't do it now, I mean, my dad's probably gonna destroy me because I got robbed by a woman. I don't want to go and tell him. So I started reading books. I started becoming aware of my thoughts. I started, every time I go to sleep, like I'm actually aware of what's happening in my brain. Like right before I go to sleep, it's almost like I review the whole day. Well, it's not almost like, it is like I review the whole day, and then I start imagining what my future is gonna be, but like I imagine it in the way that I want it to be. So like I would actually be imagining myself like doing the work that needs to be done to go and make money. But it's actually so funny because I didn't really have to almost like put effort into what I was doing. Like the things started to come to me because all I did is just put the intention out there, put the intention that now I want to start making money. And then I started almost like forgetting about my ideas. And that's the hard part. Like what I was doing is that whenever inspiration started to come to me, so like I would have inspirations of like, I would be thinking of like, you know what, I need to learn copywriting. So then I would need to go and read this book and then this book and then this book. And it's like the thoughts would just, like the good inspirational thoughts would just come to me. And all I have to do is basically go and then act upon them. So when I was doing, because back then I was doing dropshipping. So in my head, I was like, okay, like in order for me to go and make money in dropshipping, I need to get better at like this specific skill. So then how do I get better at this specific skill? And it's like the solution literally starts coming to you. But the only way that it's going to start coming to you is just by you putting the intention out there. And you know what's even actually like very funny is that back when I was actually doing dropshipping and I was doing good with it, I would come to this exact forest right now, like you know this forest I'm in right now, I would come here and I would do the same exact thing I'm doing right now. I would basically be recording myself talking about literally anything just because I wanted to get better at speaking, because I knew it's like, I've already done YouTube back in 2013, so I knew I wanted to come back. And now it's like, it's almost like I've literally come full circle. I'm in the same exact spot that I was in before when I was practicing how to speak better or how to become like better on video on YouTube. And Habibi, it's like I do this for everything in my life. Like it's like I want to get better in fitness, for example. I would just put the intention out there. So by the way, just so you know, like my max in push-ups at some point, I think it was like 120 push-ups. I know if I say that like in a row, but I know if I say that, you guys are going to be like, oh, that's such BS and stuff like that. But trust me, my brother is like a witness on me. My max in like push-ups in a row is 120. So I wanted to become better at push-ups, right? So all I did is just basically put the intention out there to do more push-ups. And then that's it. Like I forgot about it. So then every single day, like your subconscious knows, Habibi. Your subconscious knows. It's going to start telling you what to do. It's going to start giving you inspiration to go and do things that require you to reach that certain number of push-ups. Now, replace push-ups with money. If you want to make, like, for example, 10K a month, all you have to do, put the intention out there. And if it's hard for you to actually put it out there, just go and write it down. You know, writing the intention down or, like, writing the goal down is so powerful. Like, you actually start, like, moving the whole universe in your favor. It all literally becomes like rigged in your favor. I think even Rumi said something about that. He was like why are you struggling, stuff like that? Like, don't you know like the whole universe is actually rigged in your favor? And then all you have to do, Habibi, is just forget the thoughts that are coming to you, forget these false desires, and just go back to the one, go back to the source. The source is going to tell you exactly what to do. To the point, Habibi, to the point where you don't even have to actually start thinking anymore. Like, don't you realize like thinking is actually slow? Being, like just literally being, is fast. That's what actually gets you the fast results. So if you're trying to 100x your life, stop thinking. You don't think. You intend first, and then whatever inspiration comes to you, you immediately go and act upon it. That's literally all you have to do. But you know what this requires? This actually requires trust. Because if you don't trust in like the reality transurfing book, it calls it like the outer intention. But if you don't trust in the will of Allah, then you won't really get the results that you want. And don't you realize too, bro, like the will of Allah is way more powerful than whatever wills you have. So it's like you plan, but Allah plans even better. So when Allah plans unfolds, it happens in such a way where everything is like coincidental, and it's like you meet the people that actually like you need in your journey, and then you start doing the things that you need to do in your journey, and everything, bro, like everything just starts working in your favor. And even like the people of the cave, you know, that like the Surah Al-Kahf, the people of the cave, like they put the intention out there to bring back people to like the oneness of Allah, and then they went in the cave. So then light, when they were sleeping, light started bending in their favor, which basically means like Allah is gonna start bending physics just for you, which is insane. Like that's what a miracle is. But Habibi, like miracles are normal. They're normal. All you have to do, put the intention out there, whatever inspiration that comes to you, act upon it. That's all you have to do. It's actually so easy when you take your mind out of it. It's so easy.